Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and I am bringing you another video in the 12 days of Christmas memories with Miranda and Lisa for 2020. And today is day 8, and it is all about the presents, and you're going to love these photos I'm using.
So I have pulled out a few photos back from 2008, and I just love the facial expressions. And so for today's challenge, which is all about the presents, I have a cut file that I'm going to use as the main focal point, and then these 3 photos of our boys and them looking at their presents, opened and closed. And I thought it would just be fun to document their 3 reactions. Okay, I am going to be building on a white cardstock base. My plan is to kind of muddle it up so it's not all white. And then I've just pulled out some scraps from different paper lines to kind of fill in the boxes of that present. And then, of course, this one I will have to cut down. Let's do the words. The thing is that these are only scraps. And so I want to use these. So I'm going to use that dark green Christmas tree paper down there, but I want my greens separated. So yeah, I think that's going to work. So the only one I really need to cut down is going to be that one.
So I'm going to turn these over and just apply liquid adhesive. I could use tape adhesive, but I wasn't really sure how much larger these pattern papers were than the little holes. So I figured I would use some liquid adhesive and get those adhered down and then measure that larger piece and cut that down to 4 by 6.
And I've been loving these days because, like I mentioned, I think in video yesterday, I'm trying to do different things. And so I'm always drawn to the layouts that have big oversized images, which I tried with the snowflake yesterday. I'm trying today with the present. And you guys know I love one-page layouts. Now, the majority of these one-page layouts will actually be coupled because they're with Christmas. They'll be coupled with additional pages. Okay, so I like that. Let me go ahead and cut these photos apart.
So these 2 small ones are going to be 3 by 4s, and then I'm going to take that 4 by 6, and I'm going to have to cut it to a 4 by 4.
Okay, so I pulled out several other pieces of pattern paper, and we're going to see how that works, because that white is just way too white, as I'm sure you can see. So I have these cute little presents. That might be overboard with the presents, but you know, I was thinking I could piece them together. And then, you know, have a zip strip up there to hide. Or I could do this and have a white border, and then my journaling can go right here. Or I could do the same thing with this piece. So I'm just not totally sold yet. So I kind of like the polka dots because the polka dots, sorry I'm talking this all through, but this is how I scrapbook. I kind of like the polka dots because it brings in all the colors. And then I like this coming right down through here. And then definitely, I think I'm going to go stitch on here. I would like draw a line, but I think stitching is going to be better.
So off camera, I have stitched that. I did kind of mess up on the bow, but that's going to be hidden with something in the center. Now right here, I'm just marking a spot where I can cut what's not going to show of this adorable polka dot paper. I just cut it out, and that way I can use that scrap later on a different project. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this present down, kind of cattywampus is what I like to say, and then get these photos backed with some foam sheets, and then so I can glue those down as well. So that 4 by 4 photo is going to go at the top, and I'm going to keep it straight. And then the photo of our oldest son, I'm going to keep it straight as well. And then our youngest son is kind of going to match the opposite direction of that present. So I pulled out some sticker sheets to try to pull out not only some little sentiments, but maybe even a grouping of presents. And so that is where that birthday party sticker sheet comes into play. And you'll see that here in a second. Right now, I'm loving the addition of the black sentiment pieces. And then this is the birthday sticker sheet. And then that Comfort and Joy has that December 25th sticker. So I'm going to use these little presents and then just back it with some of that foam again. And then I tried to use another present grouping. It just didn't work. So I'm loving those presents at the bottom. And then I am going to pull out an old little, I don't know, it's a packet of little bitty embellishments. You see that square thing and then that Santa circle. But I want to add a red thread jumble underneath that little Santa badge. So I've got that adhered down. I'm going to hold it as long as I can, and then I'm going to work on some more thread jumbles. So I've got the one to the left behind our middle son square photo, and then I'm going to put one down at the bottom right under our youngest sons. And that way I've kind of got a triangle of red. And then I did realize that aside from the top, I didn't really have any red going on. So I'm just going to fussy cut this little red present from that pattern paper and back it with some foam and get it adhered down to the layout as well. So that's pretty much the layout. I will add some journaling here later, and here are some close-ups. Again, I love that I was able to add an oversized present from a Cricut cut, as well as mix and match different paper lines from close to my heart. And I think it all came together perfectly for this day 8 challenge. Now, remember, I am joining some other girls, and I'll leave links to their YouTube channels down below. And as always, I want to thank you for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I love reading your comments. So if you have any, then go ahead and leave them down below, as well as a thumbs up. And I would love to have you subscribe and stick around.